Welcome to T-Prep Talk. We're going to hear my story. You're going to hear my guest's story. It's going to help make your story. And today we have... Welcome to T-Prep Talk. We're going to hear my story. You're going to hear my guest's story. It's going to help make your story. And I'm your host, Barbell, Honcho, and also owner of T-Prep Gym. And T-Prep Talk is the conversation behind T-Prep Gym. And my goal here is to challenge you innovatively and to think creative and adaptive, because all of our stories are unique, but we can all learn from each other. And I'm happy to be back. We've been taking a lot of breaks lately, but that's because business has been picking up and we've been having to do a lot more things. And sometimes setting time to make a podcast is sometimes a little
especially
frustrating.
With your schedule.
Yeah.
I remember there was a period that you were just like booked after booked after book.
Yeah.
And personal stuff as well.
Yeah, personal and in business, but hey, we're back. We're back. And we're going to continue making more podcasts.
Well, what you said about saying we're back.
Oh, yeah. We're always leaving and coming back.
We're back.
Yeah, but we had some good topics for you. And also, I made a few adjustments. You know, we got a different mic here. And we got some lights going on because Adrian said we needed some ambiance. And today we don't have a new guest. We have a reoccurring guest, and also he's here every podcast. So I've been having a lot of people say that they like the production of the podcast, they like the lighting, they think it looks professional. Well, this is the guy who does it.
Yep.
He's our videographer / editor.
Yep.
And let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. This is one of our solo pods where we're just gonna speak on my life. We're going to speak on updates. We're going to speak on some topics that I think I can help some people with. Now, I'm not no psychiatrist or whatever, licensed whatever, as far as helping you with your mental health. That's not me. But I'm going to tell you some things that work for me or things I'm going through. And then, like I said, I'm going to tell my story. Adrian can tell his story. And hopefully it helps you with your story. We're just regular people here living our lives. That's all we're doing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, which we all are. And one thing that got stuck with me was a saying that said that this is all our first time living. It's all our first time living. So I usually don't hold any grudges towards anybody or really look down on anybody for any actions that they've done or decisions that they made because this is all our first time living.
Yeah.
We're all trying to maneuver throughout the day, make the best decisions for ourselves so we have a great future. And one thing that never lies is the results from your actions. And it's your choice if you want to fix it or not, if you want to change it, or you want to keep things the way they are.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you want to get to the next level, it's going to take sacrifice. I've been having to make some sacrifices, and so that's totally normal, but it's always hard. I think on one podcast I said, you got two different routes for your ending. And one route, it's a beautiful sunshine road, and it leads to nothing. One route, it's terrifying, it's dark, right? But it leads to greatness.
In the Pitchfork Road.
Yeah. So which route you want to take?
And I think I remember that podcast that you were talking about, and it's just like where the bad side is.
Yeah.
The journey makes you what you are at the end.
Yeah. It's really people are interested in people who've been through things, who've experienced things. Nobody ever likes listening to that person that has never had any trial, haven't done any trials and has some tribulations with it.
Yeah.
Nobody ever likes listening to that person because no knock to them. If they had an easier path, I mean, great. You didn't have to experience the stress. You didn't have to experience the hardship. But it builds character. It builds character. So if you think that you are unlucky and you're in a position that you wish you were in a different position because it'll be a lot easier, well, that position that you're in is making your story so you can help somebody in that same position. But I feel like I went on a rant there.
Oh yeah, you definitely did.
Okay.
Yeah. So what inspired you to embark on your self journey? What were some of the pivotal moments along the way?
To embark myself journey and pivotal moments along the way.
Yeah.
That is a great question. So what a lot of big things that have happened to me that made me change my course of direction, to change my decision making, and to move differently. Usually it came with the loss.
Came with a loss.
Yeah, you try something out, it doesn't work, and it makes me go into a different direction. And sometimes I hit a wall where I'm like, I'm not ready for this. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to get ready for this. So there's a lot of pivotal moments that have happened that made me get to that next level. Like, I'm nowhere close to where I want to be, but I started to realize that life isn't really about it's not really about what's on a piece of paper, you know?
Yeah.
So would you say resume, when you say a degree or whatever, it's really how you treat people. Or do you have the ability to make good relationships?
Talking about living.
Talk about living, yeah.
Yeah. Most people don't know how to live.
Like I said, it's our first time
living.
living.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of lost people out there, and that's only because all of our needs, our basic needs, were taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Food, water, shelter.
Roof. Yeah.
That's all taken care of. So now we're thinking about everything else.
The little stuff.
The little stuff.
Yeah.
And which is a privilege.
It really is.
It's a privilege to think like that.
Especially in America.
A lot of people enter survival mode, and you got to figure out how to get out of that survival mode. And that survival mode is usually, you live in paycheck to paycheck. That's survival mode.
Yeah.
And you got to figure out how to get out of that. And really, it's your decision making.
Mm-hmm.
It's all based on decision making.
You want to party at the weekend?
You want to party?
Spend all your check?
Exactly, man. Shoot. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, we all been there.
Yeah, so that happens. That happens. All decision making. And the results speak for themselves every single time.
It's just what you do with your time, you know?
What you do with your time. But yeah, we're still on a long journey here at T-Prep, and I appreciate everybody who watches this podcast because, man, we're never going to stop. We're never going to stop.
What was some of the pivotal moments, though?
Some of the pivotal moments, yeah. I would say...
what turned things around? What was, like, that one moment that you're like, all right, I need to get this going?
Every time I fall.
Every time you fall?
Every time I fall, I always go through periods where I isolate myself. Now, people might not know that I'm doing this, but I isolate myself, and I start thinking, what's going on? What am I doing wrong here that I need to fix? And I usually fix it, and then we move on and we level up.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're looking for a straightforward answer, like what exactly happened?
Yeah.
I would say, let me think of whenever I fell. Let me think here. I would think losing members. When I start seeing losing members, I'm like, okay, that's my fault.
Yeah, I'm
not taking care of people enough.
You gotta switch out some systems here and there.
I gotta do more.
Yeah.
That caused me to change. Also meeting people who are on a higher level than me, and then not on any kind of envious level. I'm just saying,
it's more like inspo.
And more inspo. Yeah, I'm like, okay, they're doing this, they're doing that. We have the same 24 hours. How are they structuring their time? And then I make adjustments from there. One thing since I've been controlling my own schedule now, that I've been realizing how important time management is.
Oh, of course, dude.
I can't doom scroll. I can't go watch a show. I can't, because I only have a certain amount of hours to do things. And if I don't have it structured out, then I'm going to basically do nothing for the day. And the problem with that is, and another problem is I keep throwing more stuff on my plate. I just keep throwing more, but I like it.
Yeah, it's good to have like opportunities after that with that.
Yeah, I like it.
Sometimes you be a little bit too much to chew. I forgot that saying.
You bit off more than you can chew.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. For sure. I do that a lot. So I take a step back. But like I said, your results speak for themselves, right? On the decisions that you made. So I throw a lot of stuff on my plate, and I work on each one. And I wait 3-6 months down the road, see what my life looks like, and then I know whether I made the right decision or not. Like what we had to do, we started shooting videos, and we're shooting videos like horizontally, and we're doing like vlog style workout stuff.
Yeah,
shit was not going nowhere. It was not going nowhere. No kind of traction. So So we had to stop that. We had to change. That was a pivotal moment to see that it wasn't going anywhere. We had to flip the script.
Yeah.
Had to start doing new things.
What was after that? What was?
We did.
Was it informational?
It was first. It was like motivation.
Yeah, motivation.
Second, it was like, all right, vlog.
Yeah.
Then third, it was
Informational.
informational. Yeah.
Yeah.
About working out. And then fourth, podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. Yeah, it's cool. I think I got a lot of things to speak on the days I have energy. There's some days where I got no energy.
Yeah.
Somebody here?
Yeah, somebody's here.
Some guy on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is there any other questions?
Well, could you share some strategies for overcoming self-doubt or building self-confidence?
Action. Yeah.
Some people don't have that.
No, you can't just sit back and be like, I need the confidence. You know, I need to think about what I'm gonna do and what if it was gonna work or not. And yeah, a portion is thinking, planning, and strategically moving, but you're not getting anywhere without any action. So I would say action.
I'll say like get rid of things that distract you.
Yes, things that distract you.
Like strip off what's going on with your life right now. Strip some things out and see where you at.
A big thing is people's phones. Right, that's a
I
distraction.
need to get rid of my phone, dude.
Phones are a distraction.
Yeah.
Other than that, little wins matter. You know, if it's eating a good meal or if it's knocking off one of your one of your things on your to-do list, little wins matter, and start to build that confidence. Okay, now I'm being productive. I'm knocking things out. You know, rank things from highest priority to lowest priority, and move off that. That's what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid answer. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question.
Oh, you want another one? Okay. Well, how do you handle periods of your uncertainty or transitions in your life, and strategizing for you to employ to so I feel like this question is a little bit too much to even recite, but I'm saying, like, how do you handle like periods in your life? I'm not saying this question correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you adapt to those like uncertain moments?
How to adapt in those uncertain moments.
Because there's moments when you're growing, right?
Yeah.
And it's a shoe that's a little bit too big for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's where the next level you have to be at. So how do you overcome that? How do you adapt?
Self-affirmation.
Self-affirmation? Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna just look at yourself in the mirror and say, nah, yeah, you got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
That's confidence.
Yeah. But that's in the times of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Where am I worthy of this position? Am I worthy to be where I'm at? Am I worthy for what God's been giving me? Am I worthy for it? Well, first thing foremost, God wouldn't give you something that isn't good for you.
Okay.
Right? He wouldn't bless you something that He didn't think you can't handle. So keeping that in mind, if I get an opportunity that pops up, whether it might be a new location or whether it might be another company to invest in, I think that it was presented to me because God thinks I'm ready for it. So a lot of my foundation stems from faith in God.
Faith in God. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah. But there was a couple things I wanted to speak on about here about T-Prep Gym and the importance of choosing a gym that has a good community and a community that kind of keeps you accountable, and not trying to tell you when to come to the gym or why aren't you coming to the gym, make you feel bad about yourself, but just a place, an environment that's uplifting, and which is T-Prep Gym. All of our members around here uplift you when you lift weights, and we're pushing each other to lift heavier weights and to continuously conquer our goals in goal setting strategically, because there's people out there that who weigh probably like $150 and then they want to bench 500 pounds.
You got to know where your level's at.
You got to know where your level's at. So strategically goal setting. Don't set goals that are a little unrealistic, right? But I mean, it
I'll
sounds
say,
pessimistic.
well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I feel like that's the same thing with tasks, like everyday tasks.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this today. No,
Yeah.
you're not. You're only gonna do like one, and then you're gonna look back at it. You're like, damn, I didn't finish anything.
True.
So, set a good amount of goals throughout the day,
Yeah.
but don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna lose motivation. You're gonna start self-doubt and all that.
Self-doubt. You're like, man, I can't even get my shit done for the day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very unproductive and I'm lazy. You start talking down on yourself.
Yeah.
Which that's how I am.
I see that all the time.
I'll shoot myself
But
down.
you always go up from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending cycle
for me. I'll be like, all right, I'm going down.
Yeah. So what I was saying is, T-Prep has a great community here, and the members here are one of my favorite things about being at the gym is the members here specifically. The mentality everybody has here, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's not like any other gym I've been to. I've been to Absolute Recomp, I've been to Muscle Temple, I've been to what other ones? A couple other commercial gyms, and none of them have the same atmosphere as T-Prep Gym. Now, we might not have all the best equipment as these other locations, but the community around here, we hold each other accountable and uplift each other, and it's hard to find out there. And if you're at a gym that has that, appreciate it. Tell your friends, support it, and keep the community growing, because it's a community of it's a productive community. Because it's not a community of let's go out and just not do anything productive. It's obviously we're all working on each other here.
Yeah.
So it's a productive community. I guess that's what I would label it as.
It's like rebuilding with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all building with each other. We're all just trying to look better, feel better, and have a less stressful day, because we're letting the stress out by working out.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to talk about today was balancing fitness with other life priorities. Not everybody's like me, where you live and breathe the gym and you literally work at a gym and you work out 6-7 days a week because you have the time to. A lot of people don't have the time to.
No.
A lot of people only get 3 or 4 days to work out because of life. I usually recommend a PPL split with that, which is push-pull legs. So working on your pushing strength, your pulling strength, and then work on your legs. And then, of course, incorporate some core work with that, because weakness in the core can cause back issues, lower back issues as well.
Especially with our ages.
Yeah, with our age. I mean, we're sitting down a lot. A lot of people are sedentary. So the PPL is what I recommend for anybody who just wants to incorporate lifting and working out into their schedule, so you can continue to grow muscle and strength and live a healthier life, a more functional life. So balancing it, if you care enough, you'll make time. Honestly.
For sure.
I get reminded that all the time, because I think I have such a busy schedule, and then I get excited about one thing.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I make time
for that one thing. Yeah.
So if you care enough, you'll make the time to go to the gym. There's no other way around it. Wake up earlier, go to sleep a little later, or try to fit it in in the middle of your day,
or after work.
After work.
Yeah.
Minimal 3 times a week. You're telling me out of all the hours you have in a whole week, 3 hours you can't work out?
One of those hours could have been you scrolling on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, man, we throw away so much time.
Yeah.
Because how convenient the world is.
Yeah.
We got Chat GPT.
Yeah. No more creative thinking anymore.
Yeah.
Straight type it in, and then, boom, you have full of questions.
Yeah. So
that you can ask.
How convenient the world is. You got so much time. There's no excuses of why you can't go to the gym.
Or learn a new skill.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just big on the gym. I just think everybody should be lifting. I think it's weird when you don't lift. Like, you can do something.
What about cardio?
Cardio is part of fitness. It's a portion of it. It's like saying I only work out my biceps, but I like to work out. Like I like working out, but I'm working on my bicep.
I feel like cardio is its own thing, though.
Yeah, cardio is the heart, cardiovascular system.
Yeah.
So you're working out the heart. So that's like going to the gym and only working out your biceps. Like you're not completely working out the full body.
Okay.
You want to work out the muscular system and then also the cardiovascular system. Those are two separate things. They're all come together. So people who are against cardio, same thing. You're missing another muscle that you need to be hitting. That's like that's why probably some people get small calves.
Oh yeah.
They don't want to hit them.
They're just big old torso and
small legs.
Small legs.
Yeah. Start working out your legs. Start working out your calves. Or you wonder why you get tired so easy, but you have a lot of muscle. Well, because you haven't worked out your cardiovascular system.
Yeah.
You gotta work that out too. So yeah, when somebody say I'm just a runner, or I only do calisthenics, I don't know. You can't. I don't have a closed mind when it comes to fitness. There's many different ways to do exercises. I don't think there's one right way to exercise, but I do think there is a good foundation to stand on, which is a neutral spine, chest up, don't round that back, and keep that core tight throughout the lift. Also don't let your knees cave in.
Yeah.
And the hips, you want to warm them up. You want to warm up the hips and keep the hips strong. So there's like a foundation of exercise that needs to be focused on. But as far as like how to do certain exercises, and is there only one way to do the exercise? Like there's many ways to do the bench press. You got wide, you got close, you got neutral, you got even got guillotine bench press.
What is that?
It's where you the elbows don't flare out as much. You want to get them past 45, but you're basically bringing that barbell to your neck. You're not going to touch your neck, but you're going to come up, and it works its own muscle.
Okay.
It works out its own way, but it's all beneficial. And you got incline press, you got decline press.
It's crazy how like people figure out these workouts and it's like, oh yeah, it's working out with this.
It's all experimental.
It's crazy.
There's a lot of my clients, if they're watching this, they know I make up a lot of workouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that actually.
I make up a lot of workouts, but that's just because I'm in the gym all day. So I'm like thinking of a movement, and I'm like, yeah, that'll work. So I go try it, and I feel it, and I'm like, yeah, I bet. I'm putting this.
You putting this in there?
Yeah, I'm trying this on one of my clients here.
Okay.
And 9 times out of 10, actually 10 times out of 10, they like it and it works.
They get results from it.
They get results from it, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Fitness is. The gym is like it's just a adult playground.
Yeah, pretty much.
Making new games.
Yeah.
Switching it up. You gotta switch it up. Can't be doing the same thing. But you can't switch it up too much. But yeah, man.
Okay.
I hit the 2 topics I want to talk about.
I already hit all my questions.
Okay.
So.
Well, that was a quick podcast, but it was a good podcast. Just us keeping everything updated, and we got some more
coming through.
More coming through. Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.